I don't even think a woman should be able to get child support unless she was married when she got that child. If you were just out in the street laying.
What a complete disgrace. This man is getting on. I've heard of his name before. He gets around and he bashes black women. Let me say something. A community, a society, a nation is made up of three components in essence: male, female, and children, minors. So we have adults and minors. According to a lot of the black men that speak candidly and loudly on social media, they don't care about two out of the three parts of society. They don't care about the women and they don't care about the children. So tell me, how do you call these men kings? Tell me, how do you listen to their speeches on submission? And please don't tell me that the men giving the speeches on submission are these great men. Please don't try to snow me on that one, because that's not true. They're the same guys who were enraged about child support. And child support is for children. It's not for the mother. But even if she benefits, if you have a nation, the man, according to what the men say they believe, the males are responsible for leading the nation and making sure the nation is in good standing and everybody's great and life goes well. And black men on social media platforms don't have that sentiment. They just want things to go their way. They want to be able to have intercourse with you. And if you get pregnant, you deal with it yourself. It's not their problem. And then they get to go sit on the sofa with the recliner and then wrap their ankles around each other and rub their feet together and take the remote control and change the channel. And they want white society to back them up while they do this nonsense. White society created welfare for their women. White society didn't make welfare for black women. White society doesn't make much for people of color. They make it for their own people, and then they're gracious enough to say, okay, you guys can have some if we let some of you. Some of you not getting it, even if you need it. But some of you will let you have it. And these ungrateful men had the nerve to turn around of late and complain because white society gave their women welfare. Can you imagine these people, how cruel they are, savage they are, and they want to pretend that they could lead a society to do what? Where were they going to be leading society to? Where were you going to be leading society to? Tell us. You don't want to take care of, you despise the women. That's one part of society. You don't want to take care of any child that doesn't belong to you through marriage, yet you had intercourse outside of marriage. So wouldn't it make sense, since you're the part of this equation that is the cause of the activation of those eggs, your presence inside of the woman's body causes these eggs to become activated, and then a child starts growing from that. So wouldn't it make sense that you guys should stop pursuing women? You should just go sit on a bench, go take a magazine, read it, go play basketball, go for long sports, play martial arts, do something. Find something to do. Go to college like the rest of us did so that you can do something constructive down the line. But if you want white society's approval, you're not going to get it. And I'm not trying to say that if you're a perfect gentleman, white society will accept you. I have no such knowledge of that. But darn sure, one thing I know, they are not going to accept you, respect you, or anything, and should not hold you in high regard when you don't care about your women and you darn sure don't care about your children. Do you understand that? Don't ask anybody, who is this person? Who does she think she is? Somebody has to tell the truth out here. You black males in this country have got away with highway robbery. You guys do whatever you want. These women just seem to tolerate your nonsense. Now you guys want to do polygamy, and I hear left and right, oh, some of us are into it. Some of us are open. You should always mention it because some of us don't mind. Black women, that's the reason why you guys go down the drain. Every time these guys come with some foolishness, you guys think about it and consider it. Like Eve did in the garden. You think about it and consider it and say, well, it's good for me. I'm going to do it. Let's go. Creates a whole big disaster down the line, and then you're like, oh boy, I wish we never did that. Stop following these men around. Stop it. Why you sleep? Care. Don't shouldn't be in bed with these kind of men. I'm telling you. Derelict. They're not getting any co-signing from white society. In fact, white society is tired of you guys. Black men. Very tired of your antics, your irresponsible behavior. Tired of you guys. Now, having said that, there's plenty of black men that don't subscribe to these notions. However, I barely hear from them. So since they want to be quiet as a church mouse like they do, they're so conservative and quiet, you just with a cat fit, wear it. If it doesn't fit you, oh well, but we're going to say black men. We're not saying some, we're saying whatever we want to say. Okay? Stop hiding in the corner while these loud mouths tell the world about you guys. And that's not your world at all. That's all I got to say.